Hi, very good evening to one and all participants. Thank you so much for joining in. And we are very excited to share this workshop today with you, which is the Founders Tech Playbook Workshop, which is conducted by YZ and XWorks in collaboration. And we have our instructor here with us, Mr. Nitesh Shetty, sir. So, hello, sir. Please do switch on your video and audio for all the participants. And meanwhile, yeah, hi, Cards. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi, Vanshika.
Hi,
Hi, Swapna.
hello.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Saurabh. So we are expecting, yes, sure, a lot more participants to join in. So before introducing Nitesh ji, we would like to get to know a little bit about you guys. Where are you based? What are you building? So maybe we can start with you, Cards.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Please go ahead, Cards.
Yes. So my name is Parth and I'm from Morbi, Gujarat.
Okay.
So I'm only founder of Cards. So my
Okay.
company name is Cards. So I'm
Okay.
working on
Cards.
tech platform. Yes. I'm working on a tech platform for intercity passenger transport.
Hmm.
So basic idea is to provide last mile connectivity in intercity passenger transport.
Okay.
For
Okay.
that, I am developing a tech platform. Yes.
Got it. Sure. Thank you for sharing. Uh,
Yes.
Robin, would you like to go next? Or Saurabh, Swapna, Mihitwa? Yes, Saurabh is here. Saurabh, please go ahead.
Hello.
Introduce yourself. Yeah. Saurabh,
Hello.
you are on mute.
Okay. It's Saurabh. I had created
Yes, sir.
job application automation platform.
Mhm.
We try to automate job application process and try to build a skill of candidates so they will get better job opportunity. And
Okay.
also we do HR automation. Like we are trying to automate HR job also. Like we are trying to minimize their workload with our automation platform.
Okay. Okay. So is this platform ready? Already live?
Yes, it's time.
Okay. So you come from a tech background or a non-tech background?
I'm tech guy.
Okay.
Platform mostly many features are created by me and my team.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. Mihitwa deserves. Please go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Yeah. Good
Myself,
evening.
Hitesh Ladwa, founder of Mihitwa Desserts Private Limited, and
Yeah.
basically we are from Bhavnagar, Gujarat,
Okay. Okay.
and we are building the world's first Sanatani veg food tech food ecosystem in daily
Okay.
dining space.
Okay. Okay. So is this a platform or is this
It is end-to-end services in food sector.
okay? Okay. Nice. Is this live?
Yes, we are a bootstrap company, and for 40 plus years we are in 100 plus years both founders family
Hmm.
having expertise in catering business. So in 2024 in January, we incorporated this company and we are having traction of 17 months.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Nice
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Also, we are working on some patents like 28 plus patents in processing machine tools, cooking machines tools, and packaging solutions. So to provide end-to-end solution to the customers, we are coming up with
Amazing.
a whole new food tech platform.
Okay. It's Mihitwa Resource, right?
Yeah,
Parth is also from Gujarat here, I believe.
yeah,
Right.
sure.
Next, who would like to go ahead, introduce yourself and your startup? What are you building? Anybody who would like to introduce themselves? I think Robin has put something. I can read that out. Hi, I am Robin Singh, student founder and the dreamer behind Infinova. It This isn't just a startup, it's a mission, a rebellion, because I looked at the smartphones in our hands, bloated with features no one asked for, locked down by giants who forgot how to innovate. And I thought, what if we could build something better? Not just sleeker, not just faster, but smarter, simpler, more human. That's where Infinova was born. out of frustration, out of obsession, out of this crazy belief that, um, okay, I think he might type in more. But welcome, Robin. I think Robin is a very old member of our community as well. He's building a new kind of a smartphone. So that's also very interesting. Deva, would you like to introduce yourself? Deva Venkatesh.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Deva.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, no, I'm just working on an idea,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Please, please.
So I just wish to know how it works, like, and for certain informations on how this pitch deck, everything.
Okay, you are starting out with your idea right now. And you are
Yes, yeah,
a non-tech founder or a founder
yes,
with who has
no,
tech?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a technical person.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Perfect, perfect. So
yeah,
is can you
thank you.
share a little bit about your idea, just like which industry it is in or which sector?
It's using AI as a agent for food-related business.
Got it. Okay, one more food related business here. Nice.
Yeah.
So you will get, I hope you will get to learn a lot in this workshop today. Swapna, would you like to
Yes.
introduce yourself?
Yeah. So, hello everyone. Good evening. So, this is Swapna. To introduce myself, I have around 20 years of IT experience,
Okay.
and I'm a founder of Ignite Studios, where ignite your inner power,
Hmm.
which we offers a different coaching and mentoring and training sessions
Hmm.
on a different topics, agile related topics with
Hmm.
AI.
Okay.
It's basically designed for different roles. Also, I'm providing roles based trainings, mentoring, and coaching like Scrum Masters, product managers,
Hmm.
project managers, program managers, and non technical people, and people who are coming from the career break, returning from the breaks, and basically like supporting women and women empowerment
Great.
and everyone. Yeah, so this is my
Okay.
startup which I started recently.
Okay. Okay. Is the product already live?
Yeah, it's live. Yeah,
All right. That's great. Swapna ji, welcome.
thank
So,
you.
yeah. So I think Nitesh ji is here with us. Very warm welcome to Nitesh ji as well. He is our mentor for the
Hello
day.
guys.
Hello,
Hello,
Nitesh
sir.
ji.
Hi guys. Good evening. Like mentor is a big word,
Good
so
evening.
good evening. Good evening.
Good
Nice to
evening.
see you all. So thanks for the
I,
opportunity, Ridhim.
yeah.
Um,
I would
I'm
just
audible,
like
right?
Yes, yes, perfectly, perfectly. I would just like to introduce you, sir, for all these people who have joined in the session, just to give
Sure.
a good introduction of you. So, Nitesh ji is a tech entrepreneur and algorithmist with over 25 plus years of global experience. So, Nitesh ji has also worked in Silicon Valley as a technology person. He has a keen interest in deep technologies, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and quantum computing. He is also an author of the book Scope on Quantum Computing, which is available on Amazon. Known as a visionary tech entrepreneur, seasoned consultant, and accomplished engineer, he is celebrated for pioneering impactful technological solutions. And his expertise lies in transforming businesses through cutting edge innovations and aligning advanced technologies with business strategy. He is the founder of Tress Labs, which is cybersecurity and digital forensics related, XWorks, in which collaboration we are organizing today's workshop, which is for emerging tech skilling and upskilling, and AIOFI, which is AI consulting and agentic AI solutions. So this is a small but impactful introduction of Mr. Nitesh Shetty, who's here with us today. So hope we all are able to learn something from him, take away some good learnings in the workshop today.
Thank you, Ridhima, for the nice introduction. So hello guys.
Hello.
So just before starting, right? So I would love to hear from you guys, like any, for like specific expectations, do you want to focus on some key areas or some pain points which you would like me to address based on my experience. Because, see, I am in this tech industry from a long time, like 25 years now, and I've seen all the booms and the busts and all the glory so far. And I can definitely try to solve like the entire vision behind Xbox was, see, I have a company called as Remote CTO, which is into pure tech advisory, and we do a lot of stuff there. And Xbox was born because what I saw as a founder of Remote Studio was like people, especially people who don't have a tech background but have got good aspirations to become a tech founder. Like they go in the right direction sometimes, in the wrong direction sometimes. Now, wrong direction is dangerous because they realize it after a long time. So when Remote Studio was founded, it was founded with the vision to give the right unbiased information. That's the reason we did not tie up with any other companies. So we are just pure technologists actually. So before starting off today's session, I would like to get like I would like to hear from you guys. Like, are you looking at specific um, some pain points you want me to address, or is it like just want to have an holistic view? Yeah, cards. And you can just type in the comments box also. I'm just listening, seeing that. But yeah,
Yes.
you can definitely say it. Yeah.
Yes. So actually, I am a non-tech guy, and I'm building a tech platform uh,
Hmm.
in a transport or mobility sector. So
Hmm.
I would like to know how can I hire CTO or hire co-founder, so
Correct.
I can manage this tech part very efficiently, because I don't
Correct.
know much about tech part.
Correct. Correct. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Thanks, guys. Anybody else would like to share? Like I saw
Yeah,
marketing without burning money. Yeah, absolutely.
I
We are
have one thing.
also, yeah,
Uh,
please go on.
yeah,
Yeah.
so this is Swapna. I just
Yeah.
recently started my this Igniter Studios, my venture. I would like to know how do I scale up or how to attract the customers, because already there are many people in the industry, and how to attract the customers or clients.
Hmm.
That's one of the pain point.
Okay. Okay? How to hire employees with some equity in the company, as we had not had any. Okay, valid point. I saw one technical guy here also, right? Who was that guy?
Me,
Um,
Saurabh.
Saurabh. Yeah, yeah, Saurabh. So, any specific things that you are looking, Saurabh? You are coming from a tech background, right? So,
So my strength is technology. I understand technology, but marketing aspect I not good at very much. So I'm trying to learn that.
that was the same problem with me also. Still the problem. So,
I think Sir was trying to speak something. Founder of Meetwa deserves. You can also
Yeah,
please go ahead.
yeah. Hi, Nitesh. Good evening.
hi. Good evening.
Basically, we are a traditional startup based at Gujarat, and we are building a whole new ecosystem for foodies.
Okay.
So at present, we are working for last 40 plus years. We are working in catering business. So I am building a holistic daily dining space. So
Okay.
this is a new kind of concept around the world, because we are taking a food as a holistic thing,
Okay.
right? So nobody is taking food as a holistic services. So using our Sanatani base and rich culture, we will be using our this proper expertise to offer multiple services to our customers. So
Hmm.
basically, we are working for four verticals. So the whole our startup will be revolving around tech. So heavy tech will be used like AI, ML, and multiple, because we are developing circular economy, sustainability, and Sanatani economy, where tradition and technology will embrace to the science.
Like, do you have and that's a cool thing actually. Uh,
Yeah,
you heard about some good stuff, but
yeah,
so do you have even from the traceability part, like just a thought, I guess, from sometimes some brands nowadays they do a traceability. Like for example, if I'm eating something, then they will actually trace it to the farmland that it had come from. Some
Yes.
like sometimes if
Yeah.
I'm having a ghee or something, they will actually trace it to the cow
Yeah.
that traceability. So that might also be there, right, in your
Yeah.
ecosystem.
So we are developing crop to tabletop economy and
Hmm.
end-to-end services. So
Great.
that will offer a day-to-day solution in food sector.
Then you should definitely you will be relying heavily on tech then. Purely tech.
Yeah, we are
You
99% because also we are working in patents, food technology patents. So 28 plus patents we are coming up with. So we will use robotics and automation and other technologies in our machines.
you have to. Yeah. At that
Yeah,
scale, you definitely have to go. Pretty
because
ambitious
we are
project. Grateful
because
for
we
that.
are the because we are the first one to address toxicity and acidic elements in the food. So that's
Hmm.
why we are using this our patents. That is a patentable things. So we will be
So
using
you
this thing.
so
Yeah,
Mr. Taranjit Bhamra. So this guy Taranjit, his startup's name is I forgot the name of startup. He was like they built spectrography for food. So what they do is like when the crop comes, no, that crop quality is like we don't have proper storage system. So
yeah,
they made small spectrographs. So spectrographs are very costly. So they introduced small spectrograph that can inspect potatoes and crops and all the grains, and that was the first in the country actually. So
yeah,
Taranjit had put up a lot of efforts. I think you should
yeah.
meet him once because he might be like helpful to you here.
Sure, but we are in a different segment. We will be purchasing all the raw materials from the farmers. We will process,
Correct.
store at our silos, and will prepare food for the customers. So that type of
Okay.
chain we are building. Restaurants, food on the
Correct. Correct.
move, catering system, catering, and these food carts and other things we are developing. Also, we
Okay.
will deliver food on our own.
Okay. Great. So super technologically.
Yeah,
Great. Great. So nice to know. Like just to give you a background about what we are planning. So why this startup playbook workshop came in the picture is that we thought like okay like we were brainstorming with various founders like you guys, and we figured out that there should be a small workshop that can give the right direction to the people. Like we can't like definitely a non-founder cannot be a Python expert in 1 week, right? That's not possible. But we should give the right direction: how to find the right vendors, how to hire the right team, when to give equity, like how to actually talk the lingo of tech. For example,
yeah,
if some developer says that I need a DevOps team, then you will be confused like what is a DevOps team? You will not know, right? What is actually the meaning of DevOps team. So you need to understand as a non-tech founder, DevOps matlab kya, MLOps matlab kya, because your tech team will be talking all the they are engineers, they will be speaking all the lingos of the world, and you can go to ChatGPT or Google to find out. But without the fundamentals, that itself will not be very clear to you. So all these things are the pain points that we figured out any non-tech journey founder will be having. Okay, now it comes to even budgeting also. For example, a simple Amazon cloud credits will be free for you, like $500, $1,000. They will be giving it for free. But then you should understand like how when it will pick up. Like I had a customer who started with $1,000 of credit free, and 4 years with a million customer, he was paying Amazon $20,000 every month. That extremely steep. So you go pretty quickly with Amazon. So you should understanding how to control the budget. So this playbook will cover all these things. Plus, we'll also teach you some basic no-code tools where even before the startup is founded, you can actually build a small website without any like a one-man show kind of thing, where people can actually build certain small things actually.
yeah.
But again,
I have done
yeah,
that thing. Yeah, I have done that thing on Voodoo.
correct. Exactly,
Yeah,
on Voodoo, or you can
I
build a website on
yeah,
WordPress kind of thing.
yeah.
And
I
I
made
mean,
my I made my own website on my own. No any
exactly,
tech abilities and other things. Yeah,
exactly. So that's what the idea was to give a
yeah,
simple example of no code to give a direction to the non-tech founder. Like he should not be running off of his budget, the timelines, the MVP, when he should be going to the VC. I mean, if he needs a funding, and more about even how to make AI your friend. Like AI, if you use AI in a proper way, then AI can be the best tool for you. I mean, it can do a job of X amount of people, like not only engineers, CAs, lawyers, all this admin staff, all this thing. But you should be using it in the right way. So we even cover off on that angle. So, mota at the end of the workshop, our plan is that the founder should be feeling a little bit confident. "Okay, the direction I am taken is right direction or wrong direction, or can we do anything?" That kind of, it should be like insightful to the founder. That's the plan actually of this 5 hour workshop. More importantly, after the workshop is complete, we give you, so we have a standard what we call takeaway package, where we have, okay, vendor checklist. If you want to identify some vendors, is this satisfying all the things, you can, we are giving it to you with the digital PDFs and all those things. So we have got a vendor validation, your MVP stuff. We give you resources of AI tools, what you can use for your daily day-to-day productivity. If you want to do certain things very quickly, how you can do it. So we give you a bunch of takeaways at the end of the workshop, and we also add you to our community, where it's all founders together, and we don't want, like, we want a community where people can actually discuss their pain points. So if somebody is stuck, they can actually find a solution, maybe within the ecosystem, maybe out of the ecosystem. And once in a while, because we have got Ridhima, who is already with the VCs and all, maybe we can have some pitch deck kind of events. So it will be like a healthy founders group where we can actually interact with different founders, and you take your journey ahead together. Like, we all want to help each other, right? Like, because the world is a tricky place sometimes. So if we have the right mindset people together, then it's not only about economical benefits. It's about, what do you call, okay, if somebody needs some help, he puts up on the group, and if I can help and it doesn't take my time and money and effort, why not actually? If so, it gives a sense of community feeling to it. So that's the reason why we built that group in the first place. So this is the entire planning package that we did for the workshop that is going to organize tomorrow. Now today, since a lot of you, like maybe 2 or 3 guys are tech guys, and some of them you are non-tech guys, I would think I can show you as just one, as part of the workshop, like how to build a simplistic no-code page very quickly using Elementor. Now, Elementor is like, in any website you go now, you will definitely get a WordPress. So you don't have to buy any special packages for that. It is just out of the box. So if you can build a simple web page with an Elementor neat things with a graphic and all, it is very, very cool for you. And if time permits us, I will also show you Zapier. You guys know Zapier?
Heard of it. Heard of it.
Heard of it.
You guys know, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So we will just see how Zapier works for people who don't know. And tomorrow's workshop, like, we have got one more similar thing called as automation, like for agentic AI. Now people are given fancy names for AI. So the trend is about agentic AI, right? There are AI agents doing a lot of work for you. And everyone, like, there was this HR guy who, Saurabh was the guy. Saurabh was doing HR stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Job and HR, both.
HR, like today morning, like just before our call, like today afternoon, I was talking to one guy who has built an agentic AI for scanning the entire resumes, pulling up the preferred resumes, and then giving it to this one. So it's an automatic process where they don't have to do anything. Email comes
Yes,
in,
same.
agent scans, sorts it, done. So we are going to an age of agentic AI, and we will talk about it a little bit tomorrow, like how it works. But mota this is the idea. It's like, if I talk about too much, then it will be like super confusing. But just to the point, it will be better, I guess. So
Yes.
I think what we can do is, for today, I will just walk you through Elementor, and right from the basics. That there may be some people who don't know. Like, just 2 weeks back, I met a customer in Uganda, and that guy, a big company, but they were not knowing about how the domain name and hosting works at a very preliminary level. So a lot of dependencies are there on the vendors to do all these things. Like, it is a very simple process. Like, people should know how to at least register their domain name and connect a hosting thing. Even for that small thing, they're depending on a lot of vendors. And what vendors do, they charge a premium on these things. For example, if you're hosting an account cost you like $5,000, 5,000 rupees, the vendor will quote his own price, and you will be paying the same price but more price actually for the same services. So I will just walk you through this simplistic process for people who are not done. And what is that, Ridhima? Ridhima, you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm just all those who have joined in just now, I'm just asking for them to drop in their basic introduction in the chat box so
Hmm.
that we can get to know. We were just discussing those who had joined earlier. So जिन्होंने अभी भी ज्वाइन किया है वो भी अपना इंट्रोडक्शन चैट में डालते रहिए. Until then, Nitesh ji would be starting with the element or step by
Yeah,
step.
and we'll go by the very basics first of all for people who are very new to the tech domain. Like people who know, don't get bored. I will not take much time for that. Okay, so let me share my screen first. Now, the whole idea of this exercise is to make yourself little bit independent when you take decisions on technology. Little bit independent, like you should be aware of where your money is going, and certain things that you can do, you should be doing, and certain things you are not able to do, let the experts handle. But at least you should keep a tab on what things are going on. Like people are sometimes clueless because vendors take people most of the time for a ride. So you should be, as a founder, my entire intention is to make sure that whatever things you can do, please do it yourself. And whatever things you don't do or you can't do, just outsource it or make it done by the developers or vendors. But make sure that you keep a tab on the things. Make sure you understand what you're getting into. That is the entire idea. So having said that, let me simply walk you through a very, very basic process of getting your domain name in place. It's like absolutely basic process. Okay. So domain name is your address, right? Like, you have your domain name, you have it's like having a home in your house. Domain name is very basic. I know Nitesh.com or this.com or that.com. All these things are there. Now, I have seen a lot of time that people go to, for example, the website wala to even book their domain names. Problem. What happens? Your website guy or your vendor will book a domain name for you for 2 years. Let's assume in 1 year he closes his business and goes to Dubai or some foreign country, and you are not able to communicate with him. In whatever the time period is, like if he has booked it for 2 years or 1 year, if you don't renew it, that guy is not there. You don't know the password. You are not able to communicate with that person. What happens? This domain name just expires. And once your domain name expires, it's gone. It's back to the market. Assume you have invested a lot of money on your domain name. Like you have spent a lot of money on marketing and digital marketing, and people are now coming and hitting your website. But in the middle of that, your website goes off. That's a catastrophe to happen. Your branding changes, everything changes. And why? Because somebody else was controlling your domain. Per se, not in an intentional way, but you don't have the access to your domain, is what I would say. So make sure, and this is something that you can do by yourself, but make sure that you do it by yourself. I'll just walk you through the process of that. Just give me 1 second.
Yes, sir.
You're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Now, there are n number of domain registrars in the world. Like one of them is this guy called as Namekeep. Fairly okay. Like I depend on this guy. So you can do your domain name registration search here. For example, let me say Nitesh Shetty works kind of thing. And I say .com. I need a .com, and I just do a search on this. And you will be able to see, your data. Like this will say, okay, niteshshettyworks.com. Technical guys, please bear with me. I just wanted to be as basic as simple because these are the key elements I have seen people fumbling with this. They have invested a lot in the domain and branding exercises, but they are not able to renew it because they don't have any access to it. So this is one thing I would say, never ever allow your vendor to take over. You go and book it yourself. So you can see, like, niteshshetty.com is available, so and so is the price. Just add to the cart, you go in, and it's just as a Amazon shopping. You just have to go sign in, and I've got a sign in number, so I can just go there and you can actually sign in and like I have an account with me. Email address, I send a verification code. Let me see that.
Nitesh, I think your voice is a little low. If you could speak a little bit louder.
Is it okay now?
Yes, much better.
Okay. All right. So let me see, what is that? 1C880. So I go in there, and it is as good as any shopping cart experience. So I got a tons of them, but just now whatever I added is there in my cart. View cart. You can see here it's already there. niteshshettyworks.com. You can simply go and just confirm the order, pay it, you are done. As simple as it gets. You only have to create your account here and shop and register your domain name. A simple. Yeah, Ridhima.
No, please continue. I had a question. I'll ask you.
So we need to have a question. We can have it later on, like instead of cutting the flow.
Yeah.
We can keep it later on. Yeah. Just note down the questions, everyone. So this namecheap.com. So this is how the entry point begins of any entrepreneur's journey, and especially if you are a mobile. In nowadays, when your entire branding depends on your website, make sure that this name, the name of your business, is you are the owner of that. You need to renew it. You will get a periodic renew. You need to renew it. You need to control everything regarding the domain. Don't allow anybody else to take it on. That is the first thing that I would like you to understand. Second thing, once you get your domain, right, you need to connect it with a hosting, because whenever I say, for example, remotestudio.in, whenever I say this is a domain that I purchased. Now it has to show this web page, right? So these are two different things. Buying a URL, that is a domain, is just that we saw, and then the place from where it comes, it has to be stored somewhere. That is called as a hosting server. Now you have to buy space for this pages. Like there will be like 50 pages website, or maybe 10 pages website, or whatever pages of that. Then it's not only pages, it is about data, it is about images. You have got your entire communication. Like all these things, they are stored in a server. We call it as hosting servers. It can be as simple as a WordPress or a hosting website. It can be like today's world, we have got cloud servers, which are like Amazons and the Googles of the world. Microsoft is also there. These are the cloud servers, and they are like mega data centers. Like for example, ChatGPT is hosted in server farms that actually consume tremendous amount of energy to just keep it running. So, but from a simple one-pager site to ChatGPT, everything is stored on a server. Now that is called. So there are two components, you can say. One is the domain name, and you as a server. I would request you even go and buy a server if possible, because server is a place where you've got all your systems and data logged in. So if something goes wrong with the server, you should be again having the control of the server. I mean, even if the vendor goes and selects the server, make sure you have the access to those servers. Make sure you ask your vendor, it's your right. You ask your vendor, okay, guys, give me your username and password, so I also have the backup of it. Now, one of the reliable, there are many web hosting. You can just go do a Google, for example, and see hosting servers in India, and you will get tons of them. Hosting Raja and Hosting and Miles Web and all these guys, tons of them. You can do your research and find out whatever works. For me, it is I for the normal. So we have two modes. Like for enterprise customers, we actually go for Amazon because Amazon servers are 99.9 uptime. It is scalable. Like you've got all the tech stuff, tech goodness of the server side. For simple static websites, I prefer Hostinger. Like if I go to Hostinger, log in here. I mean, probably I'm already logged in, but you can get an account hosted here, and it is like not very expensive server. Like you can get a server with unlimited capacity for 5,000 rupees or something. If possible, even buy this by yourself. Again, this is as simple as going and shopping on Amazon. Just buy the plan you want. Very simplistic. Go and get it. Now you got your Hostinger plan and the domain name. You have simply you have to simply link your this domain name to this Hostinger. That's all. Like then only when I say remotecto.in, somebody clicks on the browser, it actually connects to the server. Now that connection point is a very 2-minute process. Like I can show you pretty quickly. Like if you go to your domains here, I have a couple of dashboard. Sorry, I got a couple of sites that I bought. Let's see this guy. AIFI is one of our company. You have to simply go to the domains part and where it is. That's it. You have to simply say name server. You see name servers? Put the name servers and add a little bit where it is from. Advanced DNS portion. That's it. You see records added. It is given to you by Hostinger itself. You simply have to add 2 records here. That's it. These 2 records will be now pointing your URL to your hosting URL. And this is given by Hostinger. Whenever you buy, it's as simple as putting it here. We have got it from Versal, and so it's pointing to Versal. But mota the takeaway is buy a domain by yourself for sure, buy a hosting for sure, and then if you seem this is complicated, it's not complicated actually. Get in touch with me. I can just write a WhatsApp message to you to solve it, or you can ask your vendor to actually do it for you. But this is like pretty much simplistic. But own your domain. That is my entire gist of the story. All right. So let me log out from here. This guy's job is done for today. And always make a best practice to sign out, guys. Always sign out because this is your web property. Your domain name is your domain name. Never allow anybody to enter that domain name hub. Having said that, I will take a small pause before going to the next level. Anything that you guys might not know, or if I was first, let me know. Can you go ahead?
I had a question.
Mhm.
So there is always an option of domain privacy, purchasing it by paying extra along with your domain name. So is that necessary, or like
Not
what is
necessary,
it?
but what it will do is it will hide the owner of the domain. It will not show. Otherwise, what if somebody goes to UIS? So there is a site called as UIS. Let me show it to you. So
So it will simply mask the registrar number, right? And his
yeah,
name.
it will mask everything. So you will not know who is the owner, address, all these things. So it is like more of a. It will show the domain is not there, but it will not show who is the owner of that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go to UIS, right? If we say so you can see it here, right? So all the information is shown here, like registered on so and so, expired so and so. So if somebody who is a registrar information, it's from Gujarat, and you can go down and see, okay, these are all the like the like the entire thing. Now what I have done is I have just redacted it, but if you're not done it, then it will show all the billing address and tech address and registrar and all these things. So if you don't want to do, just go and put on the domain privacy. You have to pay a little bit more, but unless you're really concerned, that's fine. But you should make sure you own it actually with the
Got
password
it.
and all.
Got it.
Yeah. So now we will go to a brisk, we'll just see how easy it is to. Okay, why I selected Elementor before anything else. Okay, first of all, whenever you get any website, whenever you buy any server, you always will have WordPress installed in it for free. Like it will be default. So in any server you go, like not the AWS, I guess, not the cloud server, but any like something like Hostinger or Miles Web, or go with Hosting Raja or anything, you'll always have the WordPress installed. With WordPress installed, you don't have to pay for WordPress. So, like if I want to create a very simple website with a wheel of down towards landing page, I can do it like really quick because WordPress is already there. I just need to create a theme and just put up a static website. I will show you just in a minute. So this is my Hostinger account. Okay. So let me open up one of my domains where I can open up Xbox itself, and it is standard. Like even if you do it in any, even if you do it from US or India or wherever it is, this is the standard admin page that you will see in any WordPress site. Any this you see it here on the left hand panel. It is pretty much standard for all WordPresses in the world actually. So you have to create something called so there is a theme. The WordPress depends on themes. Just to give a basic introduction about WordPress, it depends on themes. So we call it as, so the theme here is, so there is a company called as Elementor, which is pretty fascinating for WordPress. It gives you very nice pages, very quick to build, very easy to build. And some of the plugins are, so it is all like Elementor gives you like hundreds of elements, but some of the elements are paid, but the basic ones are free. For our stuff, unless your website really starts making money, Elementor just works out of the box. So I will show you like very quickly how easy it is to do. Like for example, if I come to my Hostinger and now I have a domain connected to my account, as I told you, like Xbox is connected to Hostinger. I come to the admin page and I go to something like pages. You can see pages, and I say add new. As simple as it. So I'm just adding a new page. And you can see here, there is something called as edit with Elementor. Just click on that. And in a minute, this Elementor guy kicks off. Now this is a plain, simple page of an Elementor. I mean, this is, you can see the header because I have set the header as header. But the page is very simple, like it's blank here right now. So first of all, I will remove this thing. So you can see if I go to settings here, and if I can just disable the hide title, so the title is gone. All right. Now see here how simple it is. We'll just create a basic introduction to this. We'll build the site landing page itself. Now you can see there are different widgets here, right? I can drag and drop any widget. So just say plus, and there is a home panel, and I just make a simple panel. So this panel is here. Now when I click on the panel on your left side, you will see different elements. These are the elements of Elementor. Like, do you want to put a header? Do you want to put an intersection? Or do you want to put an image, text editor, whatever you want to put? Like, let's assume I just want to put a text editor here. Like, just as an, so I just drag and drop. Sorry, I just drag and drop here, and we have got a text editor already there. Now I just want to write, this is the landing page for the startup playbook section workshop Workshop starts Sunday. You are welcome. And you can keep on writing, thanks to YZ for organizing this special event. See you all there. So it's as simple as that. You have just written your first paragraph, and you've got tons of option here with the style guides, like where you can actually change the text color if you want. Like you can go here, put this blue color, and typography you can change it, and you can actually change the font here. Like you can change the font to like Vato. You can increase the size and decrease the size and put some background color. You can actually decorate it with underlines, and you can increase the line heights also. Like numerous things are there, and you can even align it to center or left side or right side. Like there are hundreds of things that you can do. Even actually, you can change the text color. You can actually even change the text shadow. Like you have got a lot of options here. You can actually make sure what needs to be set as the background color or anything. And there are like numerous things. Okay, for example, if I want to add like a two panel, like a image on one side, text on other side, I can add this two-sided panel like this. So on the left side, I would like to add an image, for example. Then I can just drag and drop an image like this, and I can choose an image that says okay, I will say Xworks. Select. So the images come, and on the other side, so this side is image. On the other side, I can just add, let's say, text editor, and write something like this: workshop is conducted by Xworks, something like that. And you can keep on adding these different elements on the screen. Like for example, there are interesting things also. Like for example, I can add 3 tires, and then I can add something like let's see. So if you see that these are our locked, these are like the paid version. But for example, if I want to add an image box here, so I can add an image box. So that will be having an image, like an image. Cybersecurity. And whatever it is, and you can have the second bar. You see this, all these nice websites nowadays, right, where you can add, sorry, another one. You can add one more image box saying AI. You've got one more image box telling about career. And you can just keep on adding whatever flavor of the you want. Like you can add widgets like continuously to the things, and you can have a video also. Like just you can play a video here. I don't have a video right now here. Okay, you can link. They're already as a default. They're a YouTube video playing. So you can build your websites like this. See, pretty much in 2 minutes we created an entire web page right here itself. And actually speaking, if you click here, you can actually see a preview of the site on how it looks on a web page. Like this is a preview, like whatever we have created with Xworks. We have just put a message here. We have got these 3 things. You have got a video, play it. You can do pretty much all these things. And it is as simple, like we just created it in 2 minutes. And you can make it lovely. I'm not a brilliant web designer, but this is just to showcase something, that how quickly we can do the things for you. We'll make it a little bit fuller. See again how it looks. So I just want to give an idea about how quickly you can build the things, like in a few minutes, like your entire web page is ready to publish actually. So if I say publish, if I say publish, like let's assume I publish it. Now this is actually live on the production. This page is now live on the production. Like if anybody goes to this website, like you can test it out yourself. Like I can put this link here, the page that we created, and you can see whether it works for you. Does it work?
Yes.
Yeah. So it is
Yes, I can
as
see.
simple as, yeah. So we just published it. 2 minutes, we are done with this. So why I showed you this entire concept is, see, when you are beginning your journey, right, you don't want to spend a ton of money on your actual design things. Like websites can be very complex. Websites can be very deep, and you can do tons and tons of stuff in your website. It's a never-ending story. Like you can keep on doing whatever you want. But in the initial journey, what we want is the right traction. We want people to understand our concept and keep them waiting for more announcement. Probably you can just put like a HTML form there. Again, like, you can just create a new widget. Say contact us, and you can just maybe put HTML form, or a button maybe. That will say, okay, in the middle, click here. I say uh, a link to a YouTube video maybe, or maybe some other site. Um, I can click a button. I can link a button here. Okay, and what else? I can change the button. Submit, and I'm done. So with this button, you can actually click. It's a clickable button, and you can go to another site. So you can actually make your website simple, elegant, and to the point. And you just have to invest maybe I would say 3 hours of your evening time. You just have your evening cup of tea, just work on your Elementor, which is defaultly free. You don't have to pay a single paisa for Elementor, free version. WordPress is already there. Just come home, have your chai, build your web page rather, and you're set. The beginning point is all set. So I'll take a pause here to understand whether you guys, like, most of them, some of you guys will be knowing also, but just wanted to understand the people who are not knowing, do they see anything interesting here?
Yes, does anyone want to add something, ask something, say something? Please go ahead.
Nitish Kunal here. Fantastic, dude. I think this is really helpful. And yeah, I mean, these are the things that we struggle with when we're starting on our own. So thank you very much for all this.
Thank you, Kunal. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, these are simple, like, elegant things that you can actually build with zero cost. Like, you don't have to spend a single dollar or single rupees for this. Absolutely zero. And and you can run your creative as good as you want. You can talk with your kids, understand their point of the world, color it off, and make it a nice happening web page for you guys. If you want to build a full version of Elementor, you don't need to pay anything for the basics. So this was I wanted to talk about Elementor, and I would also want you to just walk you through something called a Zapier, just to get a feel of what Zapier is. Now, how many of you know Zapier, by the way? Like, you might have used somewhere Zapier. Like, we call it as Zaps, ZAPS, Zaps. Okay, so without wasting some time, I would say, like, when we say Zapier, so Zapier is a automation tool. So for example, if I want, like, whenever my whenever a data comes to my spreadsheet, for example, if I'm having a Google sheet, for example, Whenever a data comes to a Google Sheet, send me an email automatically. If somebody has purchased something on my website, then send me an email right away. Like, blog is also free. Yeah. Absolutely. That is also free. So, what I was telling, yeah. So, for example, if I want to automate behind the scenes, for example, um, if X happens, do Y kind of thing. So, in the olden days, you have to go through your spreadsheet. If something comes up, then you write an email to somebody. The days are gone now. Zapier provides automation. It connects with hundreds of products, and you can automate all the behind the scenes like a breeze. You don't have to code a single line of coding. It's it's free to certain limit, but for a normal startup business, it is okay. Like for example, I will share my screen again. One second. All right, so Zaps. Let me go to the site first. It's called Zapier. Now, I already logged into Zapier, but okay, let me try to log out. So, Zapier is an automation tool, and it says the most connected AI orchestration platform. Now, they turned AI pretty recently, but ideally they were an automation tool before AI also became the buzzword. So you can sign with your Google account, absolutely fine, free to sign in, and it will make life easier for you in the behind the scenes. Okay, just go log in, continue, and you are into the Zapier screens. Now in the Zapier screen, what we do, each automation we call it as ZAP. This one, ZAP. So if I want to connect my Google Sheet with email, that is one Zap. If I want to connect my Word document with my Zoho CRM, that is another Zap. If I want to content my Twitter output with my YouTube one, that is one more Zap. So you can actually keep on plug and play the Zap with anyone. Let us quickly see, if possible, like if I have got the data, I have created many Zaps before. Let me see. Oh, let's try to create one. Okay. Now what I did was I just clicked on a Zap. Like I just create a start from scratch kind of thing. And you can do a lot of these things, okay, chatbots and tables and all. But let's start with a simple Zap. Zap is a beautiful software, believe me for that. Okay. So as I told you, right? So on every trigger, so there is always a trigger and an action. Two things. If X happens, do Y. So X is the trigger, Y is the action. So if some certain things happen, do certain things. If I say just click on a trigger, okay. Now you can see here 7,000 plus apps are connected. 7,000. Okay. So you can see Calendly, you can see Google Contacts, and all these emails and Slack and Notion and all. Like for example, if somebody comes to your Calendly, books a calendar appointment, you should get an email notification immediately. Now let's assume that we go to, let's say, Google Sheets. All right. I say when a Google Sheet may row, somebody enters the row, I need an email to be delivered to me. I go to Google Sheets. So you get this kind of form. So it says app is Google Sheet. Okay. So I'm still there in the trigger part. Now, what is an event that will trigger? So I can click and I say a new or an updated row. So triggers when a new row is added in the spreadsheet. I say, okay, fine. I just want that. And then it says select an account. So I say my account. So now it is export 44. Then I say continue. Then it goes a little bit more deeper. It now talks about the spreadsheet value, which spreadsheet you want. So I got some spreadsheets already there. So let's assume I put the first one. So you can have under your Google account, you may create a new spreadsheet or you can use your existing ones. Anything is fine. It just wants to know which spreadsheet are you looking and waiting for the trigger. I say join the Nagpur wala. I mean, there is a worksheet which we conducted very recently for Nagpur. So there is a spreadsheet already built for that. So I said, okay, this is a spreadsheet that I want. And worksheet, the default form response. Trigger column, I don't care. Then I say continue. Now it says test your trigger. Now it's just testing. To confirm your trigger is set, we will find recent spreadsheet rows in your account. Let me open up that spreadsheet also. Okay, this is a spreadsheet. Okay, this is a spreadsheet. Okay, cool. Now it says to confirm your trigger, we will find the recent spreadsheet rows. I said, okay, test the trigger. It goes and now tests whether everything is okay or not. Done. So we found that we will load up 3 most recent records that are not appeared previously. I said, fine. Spreadsheet original record pulled. Done. Continue with the selected records. Now it will ask you the next part, the action part. What do you exactly want to do? So what I wanted to do, when a spreadsheet row comes, a new spreadsheet comes in, just send me an email. So the action part is an email. So I just create a Gmail here. Now I say action event is what? I will say action event is, what should we add? A label, archive, create a draft, delete an email, reply, send an email, create and send a new email. Okay, I will select that. I need to select my Google email for that. So I can select even that and see how quickly it is doing. Hardly a few minutes. This is to make your life very easy. Select whom you want to send. Well, I can select 4@gmail.com. Send message to this one. CC I don't want, BCC I don't want. From definitely the sender. 644. The name.
So are there any charges? Zapier, Nitishji?
Huh?
Are there any subscription charges for Zapier?
No. So it has got charges once you reach a certain threshold. But that is threshold. That minimum charges. That minimum threshold is pretty huge. For day-to-day things, it is nothing actually.
Got it.
Yeah. Testing. You can say body sent from a Zap. All this thing, attachment. Oh, something is missing. What is it? Okay, continue. Done. Send email to Gmail, data in so and so. So and so. Okay, done. Test step. Publish. So now I say publish the Zap. Now it is actually pulling the Zap and your Zap is now published. Now, actually how it should happen? How it should happen is when a new row comes into my Google Sheet, I should get an email. So let's try whether it works or not. Sometimes it doesn't work also. Let's see. So I will just copy this record and I will put a new record here. All right, and that's it. So I just added a 113th record called as Himangi Dote and I'm done. Now I will go to my email and see what has happened there. Can you see this first one? This one?
Yes.
So the moment I put a row here, automatically an email is generated. We have done nothing. We just did a Zap and relaxed. And you can do thousands of automation like this. You want X. When X happens, do Y. And you can play with thousands of apps. You can go with Twitter. You can go with, I don't know about Twitter, but Slack is there, Notion is there, Gmail is there, suite of emails is there. You can play with Calendly. You can see it. So like whenever this guy will have a new, I will always keep on getting the email. Why it is useful? For example, if I sold a new product, okay. Now I sold a new product and I said it like, I sold a new product and I know that whenever a product is sold, I want to get an email. So what I will do, any automation will actually, when you sell a product, the spreadsheet will be definitely be updated. Some spreadsheet. You just have to write a Zap, or it can be reverse of it. When you get a new email, for example, okay, when you get a new email, just forward it to your associate. You can do it completely fine. You can do it in a Zap. Like hundreds and thousands of applications are there. You just have to remember what Zap is actually. So Zap is your automation guy. It is like pure ecstasy, and you can do like thousands and thousands of things. You can get as much creative as you can get. And if you look at explore the apps, like look at this. You've got Salesforce, you've got HubSpot, you've got ChatGPT, you've got Facebook. Like you can do anything you want. Shopify, QuickBooks Online, Google Calendar. Like for example, if you have a meeting, then update my calendar, something like that. You can actually get creative. Even WhatsApp notification is there. So if you get a Google Calendar event, just trigger a WhatsApp notification. It will be live. So like tons and tons of applications are all supported by Zapier. Pricing is very nominal, but for beginner level, at a startup level, at a below 1,000 customer level, it absolutely works. So it is free for individuals starting out automation. 100 tasks a month. It works for 100 tasks a month. Like 100 tasks is fairly good, I would say. And it includes unlimited Zaps. You can build as many Zaps as you want. Your billing part is the 100 tasks. Then even if you go for a paid version, it is just 1,700 rupees per month for 750 tasks. So Zap is like pretty cool in that matter. Having said that, again, I will make a pause so that you guys have any questions. You can just let me know, and what do you think about it, and did you guys learn something new, or how it is?
Actually, the Zapier was very exciting. Thanks for the share.
Yeah, even I
Yeah.
feel like I was not aware, like this is an
Correct.
automation which is done through Zapier. So the other day you presented that somebody fills a Google form and they're automatically sent an email. We were like,
That was the
okay,
secret.
is this some level of coding that you have to learn to do this, or how is it? Because Google Forms is something that is an independent tool. So
Play
okay,
along
now
with Google and Zaps. You will love it actually.
yeah, are we
It's
able
as
to
cool as
send documents also? Like if we have to say
you can. You
uh,
can.
share a
Okay.
document where we just have to edit a person's name each time we share it. So is that also possible with Zapier? Like we create a document and first name, last name can be edited and just sent.
It's like a
That,
welcome note you want to design, right?
no, like a document, say a invite.
Can be done.
So we need to figure out like what those guys have, but they have built a fairly good documentation also to read, so you can just go through the document and understand it. But it is like very very good. It's used worldwide by like Fortune 500 companies too. So try it out. Like I would say
Yeah.
it is very 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 cool tool. Actually, I use it a lot. I think I got more than 500 apps running right now.
I
Is it
think the more
also
you play around, the more you learn. That's how it works.
Yeah.
is it also for email marketing? Like if somebody has not done any action, but you have a data set, say you just send in.
No, it is more about a trigger and an action kind of thing. So do X to Y kind of thing. But they have got a lot of chatbots and other features, which I'm not aware of all the things. They might have something like what you want. But ideally, Zap is used to automate stuff. Like I seen one guy when there is an International Space Station, right? ISS. So
Yes.
ISS simply keeps on rotating our Earth. So long time back, I remember a very very long time back. So when IS was hovering around Ahmedabad, it was at 6:30 in the evening, and it has for a 1 month ISS was visible with naked eyes. So somebody had wrote a script that connects with ISS timing, which was on the web, and it notifies me like 15 minutes before when ISS is about to come. And I would use it. I used to go to the terrace and see it. Oh, ISS is here. 15 minutes before we
Oh,
come. So you can use it as creative as you want. So it is all about automating stuff, right, behind the scenes. So yeah,
yeah, whenever somebody is visiting your website, suppose you just, initiate email or message or something, maybe when you build a
yeah,
chatbot, that's how it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Can we do this with the Google form as well?
Yes, yes. The
Okay.
entire suite of Google is there with Google Form, Sheets, Words, email, whatever,
Mm.
Drive even.
Okay, I think there was one question like how can we get the free credits for AWS in the
Ah,
chat
well, it
box?
depends on what you're building. So sometimes AWS gives you free credits if you're a startup guy. So you go to F65. So there is a site called as F65 or something. Remember, it is F65. They sometimes give credits, but it all depends on one-on-one consideration. Like if you're an education company building something for the kids, then AWS got some more credits for you. If you're a startup and if you're adhering to AWS, then but you have to do some investigation. It's not like out of the box. Like not everybody gets it, but you can apply and see what they do.
Okay, so educational companies have more chance.
More chance, definitely yes. Yes.
Okay, and Nitesh, I think we can also talk about once more like what all we are going to cover tomorrow in the course because many people had joined in later on. So
Yeah, I will also send you one link. That might be something that your AWS wala credits might they might go to this. This is a startup. It is especially made for the startups where like tons of things are possible. So just visit there when you're having like 30 minutes. The website is pretty deep. I put it in the
okay,
chat box. Yeah, for tomorrow's session we'll be going like understanding the pain points of a journey, like how to validate your product, how to build an MVP, how to manage budgeting, the tech lingos that I told, the pain points, vendor management, which is very critical actually, how to set the right teams, and once you've done it, like how to actually scale it up very carefully without spending any money. So it is more about it is actually realizing your tech dream actually. So definitely a founder cannot be a coder, so he doesn't have the time to build and write Python code behind the scene, but he should be able to, and he should be smart enough actually to understand what the actual demands are and what exactly he can build with the few resources. So my workshop is to make people smarter in their decision making capacity from the text perspective. Not I'm not an MBA guy, but from a text perspective, you can I can make you really smart. Like I can make you feel very confident that you are talking to a tech vendor, you're talking to a tech guys, you're talking to a tech team, you're talking about budgeting, you're understanding the things, and you're taking the wise decisions. Like nobody can take you a ride for for this one. So that is how I believe we should be proceeding ahead. And entire workshop will be based on making you take smart decisions regarding technology. So we will be having it tomorrow. It's a 5 hour non-stop thing. So we can take it from 9 o'clock and it will end at 1:30 or so. It is 5 o'clock means 5 hours means it will be like 4.5 hours for training and another 30 minutes for interaction kind of thing.
yeah, and we
So
will also have a 1 hour pitch deck and pitching workshop. So it would be how once you are tech, you are having a good knowledge of tech, making good decisions, building a product. Then the next step is obviously to go for funding, even if it is for grants, even if it is just making a basic pitch deck. What all things you should keep in mind? How should you make it? How should you talk to investors? What are they looking out for? And we can address specific doubts for each industry and sector. So this 1 hour session after the 5 hour session would be from YZ.
so we can make it with 1 5 hours resume. I think
Yeah.
that will be like a good combination. So for
Yes.
we will be doing like we have covered a lot of things today itself, right? We can make it like 4+1 so that it will not be otherwise it will be a stretch actually. Like people will be like even I will be like pretty much
No, we
longer
can
time.
we can
I think five
definitely
hours
do
will
it
be good enough for
on another
yeah.
day also. Whatever people are more
Ah,
comfortable with, that workshop would be there. That workshop will be
Yeah.
there. And then
And that is an essential. I would say that will be
yes,
important actually. The pitch
yes,
deck
yes,
wala
yes.
also. Yeah.
And after
Yeah.
that 21 days, after the training of how do you pitch to investors, how do you make your product, how do you hire the team, after 21 days, there would be a pitch roast competition where there would be real investors present and they would study each and everyone's pitch deck. Top three pitch decks would be roasted live, like on a video meet where the pitch decks would be actually evaluated slide by slide. Investors would be sharing the feedback, like this is what they are doing, what's the business, how they can make it better, the investability of the business, and so on. So those top three pitch decks would be on a video meet. The rest of the pitch decks would be given personal feedback over email. So all of them would be receiving feedback. Top three pitch decks would be finalized for a live event. So that is the complete workflow of this workshop. Today was the first session. Tomorrow we are going to focus majorly on tech and budgeting, and as Niteshji mentioned, all those topics to make you tech smart as a
Making you
non-tech.
smarter.
Yes, to make take smart decisions. And we will also end with a good uh, knowledge of how do you pitch to investors, what how do you make a pitch deck. We will be sharing you sample pitch decks which you can take as a reference. These are good pitch decks which investors approve of. How do you actually visually represent your calculations and everything, what slides should be there, all of those things would be covered. And then we'll have a real feedback session after 21 days to help you prepare the refine or prepare your pitch decks. So that's the entire plan. And I just had one doubt, Nitishji. So, as a non-tech founder, if I have to make my own team, and I don't know what skills a back-end developer should have, what languages should a front-end developer know, and I want to make a team of interns for my startup. So, will I be able to hire the right interns myself after this workshop? Like, I'll get some resumes. Say, I'll post a job opening. I'll get some resumes. Will I be able to study those resumes and actually take the interviews and hire people?
Right. You can. You should rather.
Okay, that's amazing. That is something I feel personally is very difficult,
Yeah.
because all these jargons are there. You
Because
can't
you need
even.
to understand, yeah, Ridhima, you need to understand, like, yeah, the tech jargon, first of all. Like, the resume will have so many things, but do you really need so many things for that? So you should be out of 50 different things, you might need only five. So what are the five is the point. So for that, you need to understand the tech jargons behind it. I can write Node.js and, Chat GPT, OpenAI, APIs, and all the things of the world. Whereas you might just be needing a simple HTML, CSS site. So you should be able to understand the jargon very, very nicely. So we'll be investing some time tomorrow to only to understand and decomplicate the jargons. Like if I say DevOps is my specialty, you might not need DevOps in the first 6 months of your project. Then why you should hire a DevOps guy is the point. So
Right.
you should be understanding what you want first, and then you should be taking it ahead.
Even how much to pay for their skill set. Like sometimes.
Pay is something that's not generalistic, right? Like it is not like hard and fast. Like pay in Ahmedabad and pay in Delhi will be different for sure. But but more than the pay, I think the skills should be assessed. You should be understanding with whom you're talking and what you're talking, kind of thing, and whether that guy will make a sense.
Or
That is the
whether they are actually good enough in their skill. Like they just put some random projects in their resume and they have just explained it very well. So we might believe that, okay, this guy has a lot of experience. But then a tech person would know that these are very basic things which, don't require much of a skill. So all those kind of things make it complicated, the hiring process.
you can get a fair idea after tomorrow's class for sure. But then you have to keep on validating yourself because people are really smart. So you should be smarter than them to get the best people for
Right.
it. Yeah, and it happens in every department. Like for example, if I want to get people in, for example, like outreach programs, like I don't know, right? Like so I need to understand very very clearly what first of all I want, and does this guy have that what I want. But if these two things
Right.
match, because sometimes I saw the founders themselves don't know what they want. Like they want to build the entire thing, but they don't know exactly what they want. So we will declassify tomorrow that when you are actually building the different components, okay, this is a website, a backend, a UI guy, a testing guy, a QA guy. Okay, this is what I want. Then how to hire these guys? So we will make people smart tomorrow. Smart in the sense that tech perspective smart. So we will not teach how to sell. We will teach them how to become technologically wise, kind of thing. And you're on mute, Rhythm.
Okay, yeah, amazing. So I was just saying that how do you sell or how do you pitch to investors? That is on us. That is
Yeah,
taken up by
exactly.
YZ.
So yeah.
Yeah,
So you can actually show how to prepare the best pitch
yeah,
for people. Cool.
yes. And I'm dropping a link in the Google Meet chat. Please check that out. So to register for tomorrow's workshop, you can just head over to this link. And tomorrow's workshop is paid because it will obviously involve a lot of time from experts. So it's a 5 hour workshop. Plus, it would also gain you entry into the pitch roast competition and investor feedback. So if you would like to enroll, you can visit this link and you can directly hit me up on my contact number as well if you have any queries. The recording would be shared for today's class with only the participants. So it was not a live session with on our YouTube and LinkedIn as it always happens because it was a class today. So we kept it a little bit only for the participants. So the recording would be shared as many of you requested, and I would be willing to see many of you in tomorrow's session as well.
All right. So I think nice evening, folks. Thank you so much for your patience on a Saturday evening, and let's catch up tomorrow then.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you,
And if you
Nitishji.
have any
Thank you,
doubt,
Rizima.
please drop in. Yes, please drop in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for attending. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.